Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Mad Trippin'. On this episode, I don't know what I'm going to do. I was actually planning on going out tonight to look at Christmas lights, so I still hope that that's in the plan. I had to miss the past couple of nights, one due to a rain delay, and then yesterday due to work. So tonight, I'm hoping to get out and be able to do that. Right now, I'm going to Discount Tire to get my tires changed. I need 4 new tires. They're getting pretty bald. Okay, so I just dropped my car off at Discount Tire, and I can tell you, maybe it's just during this season or if it's all time, but it's best to make an appointment if you're going to take your car into Discount Tire, if possible. It's almost 5 o'clock. They close in about an hour or two, and they got a full line, and there are people who are just coming in to drop off their car, and I moved ahead of the line because I had an appointment. Makes you feel a little bit guilty, but also makes you feel very nice, you know what I mean? So I'm going to head down to Chick-fil-A. I have never eaten inside of a Chick-fil-A. I've gone through the drive-thru a couple of times. Pretty good chicken. I like Raising Cane's better. But since the Chick-fil-A is right here, I'm going to go check it out. And then hopefully they get done within the hour and we can head to Moon Valley and check out some Christmas lights before the night is through. Let's do this. So here I am at Chick-fil-A just off of Peoria Road in about 28th Avenue, a little further now. So the inside is nice and clean, and they have a Christmas tree up, which I like. So they're already in the festive spirit, but they keep the place looking clean, and the employees were very courteous and helpful. So let's take a look at what I got here. I usually get barbecue sauce, but I wanted to try ranch tonight. I got just the regular 12-piece nugget meal, some waffle fries, and some ranch dressing with a medium Dr. Pepper. It came out to $11.67. Let's dig in. First, the waffle fries. Ooh. Nice and hot. This would be good if you were going out driving around and looking at Christmas lights. This is nice and hot. On a cold night. Very good waffle fries. I do like that they give you a wet wipe and a mint to go with your meal. That's pretty cool. Let's try one of these bad boys out. Dip in a little bit of ranch. Good fast food chicken. Let's try another one just to make sure. Yeah, as far as nuggets go, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you a view of this area here. It's changed a lot over the years since I used to come here back in the 80s and 90s and go around, be a mall rat, right? Go check out movies, see what the latest styles were, get some new sunglasses over here at Metro Center Mall. But let's take just a little quick view. So this is Metro Center Mall's out that way. This is going to be on the west side as you cross Metro Parkway. That's the road that encircles Metro Center, if you remember. And over here, there used to be, was it United Artists? Anyways, there was a movie theater over here with a comic book store that we used to love to go to. But they changed this whole area around. They tore everything down and rebuilt. And I think it was a United Artists, but let's take a look. I'm going to give you a quick. So we'll start here with the Big Five. I can't remember what this was. I think that building was there. They might have demolished it and redone it, but the same area was a building. If I sit here for a while, I'll probably remember. But over there where you see the Ross, that's where the movie theater was. Used to walk in between the buildings. The movie theater would be on one side with some shops on the other. Used to be a really nice comic book store in there. The Gourmet Burgers and Brews and the Red Robin. Those buildings might have been planted there, but all this was torn down and redone, rebuilt. So on the outskirts of Metro Center, that's the road you take, and then you go on the other side of the road to Metro Center over there. Out that way is looking towards Peoria when you're coming into Metro Center. But all this has been remodeled, rechanged, redone, rezoned. Now, all these stores on the outside of Metro Center still seem to be doing quite well as business. But as you cross over there, just behind Jason's Deli, that used to be the Sears right there, where you see all those garages. That was the Sears automotive part of it. Then Metro Center's to the left, and down a ways. This is Metro Parkway looking south. So there's Metro Center. They're building that bridge there. I think I did have some video, I don't know if I ever published it or not, showing Metro Center all boarded up. Then you got a car wash right here, Discount Tire. So my car is almost ready here at Discount Tire. I will have time to go look at Christmas lights. Gets me a little excited, makes me a little bit excited. I want to go see that. But right now it is 5:22 p.m. It is 65 degrees, which is cold for us here in Arizona. It is Tuesday, December 6th, 2022. Are you ready? Let's start tripping. So let's just start with Coral Gables right here. I'm driving down Coral Gables. I already went past Moon Valley Road, which was on our first night, but I want to come down here and check out a couple of these houses before I drive further on down Coral Gables Road. There's not as many as I expected, but there's some good ones here, so let's check them out. So this is our first house here, and I love the way they did this with their lights out in front there with the bushes, nice white bushes. You know I love a beautiful entrance, and this one has one, along with some beautiful inflatables here. And that snowman skiing, falling on his butt, that is just classic. And the reindeer hanging from the roof is just absolutely beautiful. Well done in this house. I like the way they did the strobe lights coming down, and awfully bright too for being as bright as it is outside. And the way they did all this, but I love a good entrance, and that one has one right here. Some beautiful inflatables out in the front yard. So let's take a look at the first one here. You got the snowman falling down while he's skiing, which is absolutely beautiful. The reindeer hanging from the roof. I love these. They look either elves or gnomes, but I like them. Inflatables. You have that beautiful inflatable entrance there. And I'm getting in the way of an Amazon delivery. They are out working hard at this time of night, delivering all your Christmas packages and needs, which is awesome. I love this inflatable here with Santa, and it might have all the reindeer, but he has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them showing right there. Maybe there's some on the other side. They definitely got Rudolph out in front. And I love this bear here coming out of the Jack-in-the-Box box. Beautiful. Look at that. They even have the lights. You can't really see the green ones that well without the phone. But that strobe light is just awesome. You know, considering how much light is out here, the strobe lights are definitely getting better. In the early years, they were hard to see when the other things are lit up around them. But they did a nice job in their yard right across the street. Is this house, which is really cool. I like the way they took the multicolored lights and made the most out of them. Instead of trying to fill it up, they were able to just stream across to kind of outline the yard and give it some depth. And I like this. Somebody has the money to get all these balls and put them up in the tree, which I like. I always see houses with just a couple in them. The way they did this tree is absolutely beautiful. Look at all those balls of light in the tree. And then this is perfect, right? I mean, believe me, it costs a lot of money to get these lights. They're like $12 a box or something like that for icicle lights. But I love these icicle lights. These are what I used to do before I started switching to the LEDs, and hopefully get those ones that actually look like icicles, the plastic ones. But they have a couple of displays out in front. I love that little light right there. It just adds a little bit of depth to it. But I love that. This is what I call the classic look. You either get those big bulbs, the ones that got real hot, the C7 bulbs, whatever they were, that kind of burn real bright but hot. I love those bulbs. Now they got them, and that's what I put on my house this year. They got them in LEDs, so they use way less energy and don't get as hot. But I love this classic white like that. I might actually do something like this next year if I don't do the blue icicle. And some of the other neighbors are chipping in right here off of Coral Gables, right as you come in off of Thunderbird. That's a beautiful archway right there, full of lights, nice and full with the garland around it, and then the 2 wreaths. And again, I understand it takes a lot of time. It took me a week to decorate my whole house inside and out when I had the time to do it each day, you know, a couple hours each day, up for at least minimum of 6 hours each day, 4 to 6 hours. So I know it takes a lot of time, and I know it takes a lot of money, especially when you have to replace stuff over the years. I had a good collection going, kept having to replace lights every year, a couple of sets. And then I had mice get into my shed and tear everything up. That happened twice over the years, you know, over the 30, 40 years that I've been doing this. So when you have to replace everything, it can get expensive, and it can be time consuming. So even if you're just putting up a set of lights just to coincide with what the neighbors are doing, it makes it look like one big street, even if you just have one set of lights up when your neighbors are doing a whole bunch of lights. So you are much appreciated for doing that. And of course, you are greatly appreciated for putting up a bunch of lights, having the time and the money to do that, to entertain us all through this holiday season. So let's take a look at this house over here. Now see, this is simple, right? He's got the candy canes lining the pathway, the stairs going up, a couple lights around the bushes, a couple lights around the trees, a couple lights around those tall palm trees right there. See, now those are the LED roof lights up there, and those are beautiful. And these are gold lights down here. Those are gold lights on the path. I love that, the new LED kind of They come in two colors that I've seen so far. Like an LED cool white, which is what that is, makes it look very wintry, very cold. And the other ones are more clear, like a bright white. And then this house right here, beautiful. Now, I don't have to go down any further down Coral Gables. I will check out this house again. We already saw this house on our first night. Right as you come off of Coral Gables, that's one of the first things you're gonna see. And that leads you down to Candy Cane Lane, down Moon Valley Drive. So hopefully I remember to get that house on the way out. But for tonight, I'm just gonna drive down Coral Gables unless I see a real big street that I can just stop and hit all those houses in one night. Look at that moon in that sky. Isn't that just beautiful? I don't know if it's full tonight or not, but it's close. And I don't know if I got this one when I first started, so let's make sure I do. Look at that. Look how they did that. Beautiful drapery of multicolored lights coming down the wall there. I actually like that. Looks very cool. And they outlined all the way up to the mountain, their back gate there. Look at that. Looks like an old kind of 70s style home, and they did the lights in that 70s style. I like it right there by the door. Looks good. Then you come over to this side here, and I love the way they did these trunks of these trees, especially this blue right here. Look at this. Oh, see what I mean? How it just makes everything around it glow blue. Makes it look very wintry and cold, very Christmassy. I love it. We have a couple of houses to look at here. I love this tree, the way they did those. But what I wanted to show you with this house right here, they have a nice little patio out in front to sit at, is look at that wreath. Let me zoom in on that. What a beautiful wreath. Oh, that is a lot of lights in that wreath. Makes it look beautiful, full, colorful. I love it. And then right next door, you know, they're getting in the spirit, right? They put up a couple of lights just to stay and play with everybody. And look at this house here, nicely done. Got a lot of lights out. Oh, beautiful deer out in front. Another house with some lights on it just to stay and play with everybody. I like it, I like it. Now look at that green. That is a beautiful, bright green there. I absolutely love it. And then look at this wreath. Ah, another beautiful wreath. I like the way they did the green trees on the side of it, but look at that beautiful wreath. Yeah, that wreath is absolutely gorgeous. Very full. Oh, and look at these inflatables they have here. We got a Frosty, a tree, Santa with a couple of his reindeer, and I love this. Look at this. Penguins climb and decorating the Christmas tree. So awesome. And how cool is that? Look at that house on the hill, and they use those big bright bulbs and outline the roof of their house and their fence. That looks so cool. Well, I'm in a hurry to get home and turn on my lights, but every time I get a couple of feet, I gotta stop and film another house. Got a couple cars come by, so I'll stop. Look at these beautiful LED greens. You can usually tell on camera when they're LED because they kind of flicker or look like they're flashing a little bit. But beautiful green LEDs. And look at that red, boy. They really covered up that archway, entryway with red. Has a nice red glow to it. Looks nice and warm during the winter. Is that a star? It is. I believe that's Jupiter. You can see right there. I had to get a shot of that beautiful moon there, but let's take a look at these houses and you can see what I'm talking about. Boom. Right when I first took a look at it, I saw this tree here with that gold and red on there, and it just reminded me of Pooh Bear with his red shirt on. I don't know why, but that's what I'm going to call it, the Pooh Bear house. But look at this. Oh, I love the way they did their driveways. Look at that. Every tree going up the driveway is decorated. This neighbor, it's two different neighbors who look like they're working in tandem with each other. Got the beautiful lights lit up. Look at this big, beautiful. I actually like the way they did this with the, looks like some type of a cookie or something with the red around it and the white on top. And that goes to this house right here. See, they're contributing. I like this. See, simple. Got some simple lights up. They made a simple, got some simple lights up, but they're contributing. They're here to play with the two big houses right here. Look at the way they did that driveway. How awesome is that? Oh, and they got a huge inflatable up in his front yard over to the right. We'll take a look at. But I want to make sure I'm going to block it off first, make sure I get these lights. What a beautiful driveway, the way they did this. Both sides, both driveways are decorated going up. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Oh, well done. It goes over into this house up here with all the trees decorated in that big inflatable. You can't see it behind the trees. I'll get a better shot of it. But look at that. As you drive by, you must just love that. Or out for a walk with the family. What a beautiful house. I love those LED greens, man. Oh, and then those are all LEDs going up the driveway right there with those LED cool whites in the middle. Absolutely beautiful. Look how they glow. It's very cartoonish to me, very vibrant colors. And they last longer and they take, use less energy. Look at that blue right there in LED. I'm gonna guess most of those So those are the big bulbs on the palm trees, the smaller bulbs on the bushes in that blue tree right there, but absolutely beautiful. Look at those LEDs, how vibrant they are. You can see that green in the background over here, real vibrant, the purple. Oh, very well done, very gorgeous. Now this house is right across the street and they've come out to play with their neighbors. They want to show that they're in the spirit with everybody too. I love it. They got a beautiful Paw Patrols on a sled out here. You can't see in the distance there in the background is Buddy the Elf. They got the projectors on the wall, Olaf and a Minion, this beautiful entryway inflatable, and then the snowman with the tree. And then you turn down the street and what a beautiful walk, huh? Go down the sidewalk and everything's all lit up. Gorgeous looking. And then we come over to this house here with all the lights on it. Wow, look at that. Look at those vibrant colors and those LED lights. Got purple and blue and with red and white and gold. Look at that gold. Now, I don't know if that gold is LED or not. It might be. It does have that kind of vibrancy to it, like the purple does there. Purple and green, clear lights, and even left up some of the orange. Maybe from Halloween, I don't know, but it works. See, when you start throwing in the purple and the orange with it, to me, this would be beautiful for Easter with the purple and the orange. For Christmas, I just personally like either multicolor, clear, the gold's okay. Even the red and white's pretty good, but I like solid colors like that blue, that green, and I love these LED vibrant lights that they have out now. Oh my gosh, I'm so impressed. Oh, look at that, there it is. It's a giant Santa Claus inflatable that's probably 2 stories high. Look at the size of that guy. So they have him on the 2nd story, and he even goes higher than that. Yeah, look at that. Look how cool he is. Oh, that is so awesome. And he looks tiny compared to everything else, but he is about 2 stories tall, I would say at least. Geez, 12 to 15 feet tall. That's pretty good. Oh, what a beautiful house, beautiful lights. Look how it makes the street glow. I bet you if it was raining out here like it was the other night, with the street wet, it would just be reflecting back. Gives it that beautiful Christmas glow. But these are definitely those LED cool white lights that make it look very wintry. It's very nice. I like this house. I got a lot of lights on there. Looks like to be like maybe a deer out in the front there to the left. And it looks like one of my deer, one of my old ones that quit working and I just threw some lights on it. Oh, I love it. Look at their entryway here, all lit up so you know where to walk. I love when they do perimeter lighting around the perimeter of the house. Very cool, I like that. Beautiful lights, looks good, especially with that moon out in the distance there. But now we're gonna go down here. And on the left is where the big inflatables are, and then we got a couple over here. I might have gotten these ones over here on the right. I don't think they got the ones on the left. Let's go check this little dot right here, down from the moon, that is Mars. Just checking it out. We saw Betty the Elf earlier. Now here is Clark W. Griswold from Christmas Vacation. Serving up is that a platter? I can't tell. Platter food or gifts? It looks like gifts. Yeah, it's gifts. And I like this. They got a corner house, so right on the corner for everybody to see. They even put some lights up there to highlight it, give it a little bit of depth. We got Frosty. I don't know if that's actually Frosty, but it is a snowman and Santa Claus. Looks beautiful. Then they have this beautiful projection, which is very well lit for being so bright out right now. You got the moon out, you got street lights out, you got car lights coming by, and that projection is still beaming bright on that garage door. I like it. Then they got this beautiful entrance here with these new type of inflatables that I'm just noticing where they're actually covered in some type of a fabric rather than just the plastic fabric. It's got a little bit of fur to it. Makes it look a little more bulky. I think this is maybe the 2nd year that I've seen those. That's a beautiful little inflatable entrance. I love the penguins. Very nice. Well, everybody, that's going to do it for this episode. Tomorrow night, I'm going to try to get back out into the Moon Valley area and film more houses with Christmas lights. I also have to give, in future episodes, a full tour of my house of the indoor and outdoor Christmas decor of 2022. You can also check out in the shorts my holiday hunt videos. But that'll do it for tonight. Thanks for watching. You are much appreciated. Have a great rest of your night and a better tomorrow. And remember, never stop tripping.